Okay.
I haven't seen her since the other day.
What goes first? Body lock. Or sort of. That's pretty funny. He's going for a baseball shot. Just for fun. He's dangerous with this.
If my buddy walks in, try to throw him, jump him up.
Oh, God. More South China. I don't think this should do it.
30 seconds.
Kelly Slater. Set for me.
Oh. Time. Alright guys, let's get started. Y'all are already warm.
Alright, opening up with timber, just like Kid just played. Alright, ankles, doesn't matter how I grab them. Looking for the backs of knees or the fronts of knees, however you want to do. Just touch some knees. Alright, and then lastly, hips. Any combination thereof, I can put my feet anywhere I want. My whole goal is to just make him hit his butt. All right, his whole goal is to keep contact, to continuously try to keep contact with his hands and my feet or my ankles, right? But beyond that, he just doesn't want my feet or my hands connected to those spots. Exactly. All right, make sense? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Every time somebody wins, just switch. Hmm? Yeah, it's, yeah. Hmm? Yeah. I'll play it. At least you want to film? You want to film for me? Can you follow people along?
Yes.
Yeah, you always
This is fun.
We'll do whatever is missed. I guess I can use it.
What's up, Krista?
Good to see you.
Switch.
Turn the camera. Nope.
Let me give it. Mean ankle lock here. If I get a grip. Oh, you can leave it there. You can bite down there. How's it here? It's up here. I was just not yet. Yeah. Because I was just gonna collapse it down. Oh yeah, that's gonna suck. I need to sweat. I was gonna do a little warm. I was trying to drill. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like a warm-up.
You okay?
You okay? I'm good, you doing? Me just being here is good. That was a little close. Close. I was just like, not sure. What skill level you should get at? Well, I mean, what skill level you should get at? How much? Wait, how much is good? Sorry. And you're blocking the wall. You're playing back on that wall. Give it time. And I gotta get you to get that foot line.
Wait, hold that still, hold that still.
Now I'm tired.
Or how about this can be candid, it's more bigger. It's more bigger? What about it?
Yeah.
Alright, get your breath, get your breath. Sorry. Great space.
Yes. Now the cinematography quality. Same thing. Okay.
You want to take it? Alright, good. You like on that? Yeah.
Alright guys. Now the attitude. Similar game we played Monday night. We're playing in Timber, but now he can win. Okay, so my goal is still to put him on his butt. He can win though if he gets outside of my legs, past my hip line with both feet, and gets me flat back. Okay, he doesn't have to pin me for any amount of time, but if all three of those things are true at the same moment, then he wins. Make sense? Anybody need to see that? What I mean by that? We'll see. Yeah, so we start playing. All right, he gets to the outside. His feet are past my hips. Okay, right here, he hasn't won yet. Go ahead. Right here, he's won. Good high step. Or high step. No, step. Yeah, with your head. Oh, yeah. This is also a win. Okay? So he doesn't have to touch me with his chest necessarily, but his feet have to be past my hips, and my back needs to be flat on that. Cool? All right, let's play. 1, 2, 3. All right. You can come on. to change your food out.
Very much loaded up.
It doesn't matter if you stay up or if you're chesting down or not. It just matters if your feet are passive. Yeah, that's right. You can feel the drop in your butt. There's worse things in this life. Wait, don't worry. Oh, something shifted in there. I can mark my toes.
W-Y-A-T-T, and then W-I-L-L-S. Okay. Rest of my name. If you don't wrestle, you won't have much time.
Good job. Yeah, I'm sure you can play some. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Good. Not injured. I'll take that all day. Old faithful.
And I got it. Okay. Oh, God, I got it. You be the back and I'll be the front.
So you'll be on your back, you lay down. It's a rest position.
Good, boys? You okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry to whoever's water bottle that was.
That's not a good sign. It doesn't work very well.
Trying to get a choke there. Oh, I know there was one thing.
Yeah, your motion is still the same. I just added a little room for the top. I'm trying to work around some past like easier. I'm trying to get everybody to work around that pass.
Yeah. The cardio is going to be rough. Here, come on, cardio.
I love this normal set.
I don't know about y'all, but
I'm a little toasty. Yeah.
Too great.
just a little bit.
You been calling all these oldies? This is our thousand points one, too. That would be that guy, he's a freezer. I'm getting oldie, I'm at 1,000 point. Okay.
You know, depends on what kind of bully.
I can deal with the horn. I get bullied every night last guy. He has such a sweet, innocent face.
Some of us come in and over and over.
All right, let's,
Everybody.
I think my New Year's ago, don't worry.
We're gonna play a game from another kind of recap from Monday before we do new stuff. All right, the game's gonna start in mount. Okay, and if you're on the bottom, your only job is to two things: not ever let my chest touch a tricep, and two, anytime I or the top player is able to bring your elbow and hand or elbow or wrist away from this kind of initial, kind of like mummy position, or coffin position, whatever you want to call it, your goal is to always be looking to bring it back to that. Okay? You're not looking for a sleep or anything. You're just looking to get the inside space back and get all this in here tight, like you're a mummy or a vampire or whatever. Okay? I think vampire might have been what I was thinking of. Okay? He took all my oxygen. I'm still recovering. Okay. All right, so as we start playing, I can do anything I want to do on the top, but I have to start like this, and then high head mount, and I have to put my chest on a tricep, okay? The main cue that we're looking to do, the main focus for you, is how do I get one of these wrists stapled to the mat? That's that dilemma we discussed Monday, that either gives us access to underhooks, which can give us access to a tricep, or he overcommits his elbow and it gives us access to that tricep. Either way, we get a tricep, right? Played this Monday. Some of y'all might not have been here, but that's the idea. Is anytime I can pin a wrist to the mat, I either expose it underhook here, or he goes to defend. Because this is bad news, right? I can set up attacks from here. I can set up triangles. I can set up Americanas, whatever it might be. He knows that. He doesn't want. This is bad for him. A lot of people are gonna overcommit this elbow trying to defend that. Either way, I'm just looking to put my chest on a tricep because that's going to set up the next piece of the game for us. Okay? Ready? You guys good with that? All right, 1, 2, 3. Look, bottom player, you're constantly just trying to go back to the vampire position. You're not looking for a sweep or anything.
Do whatever you want to either get me off.
I am deeply.
Michael's stay here.
I'm trying to put my chest on a tricep. No, that's fine. I just want
Stop working so hard, Chip. Stop it.
And then the eyes open.
And here's 3.
You said to get in close.
I'm not getting close. I'm trying.
He's failing.
The sweaty hands.
What?
Oh, I'm going to that Italy like. Oh. Shit. We're supposed to get anything else, but except for the tricep. Just supposed to get the tricep.
Almost, you were so close.
Kind of.
Almost there. There too.
I tell you, Star Wars.
Definitely gonna try to track it. Give it the other way. That was also being kind of nice. I didn't do it. Yeah. I want to just. Yeah. Well, use all of my strength training. This is really good. Feel it. Oh, wait, we're doing a move. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, we want to hit your brother-in-law. We want to hurt him too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so much awesomeness. I can't help it.
I had to talk big because it's very good.
Over 100 pounds. That's what it is.
That's how I threw it into the road. I'm like, oh, this is where I would end. I'm good.
All right. Well,
If I just get the arm over there, I'm like, oh, I know what I'm doing. But it's you gotta focus.
I swear.
Yeah.
I didn't come in there. I'm like, I don't want one of my elbows to expose to it.
Yeah.
Just stretch out.
I go down to the beach and feel good. Try to jump on there.
Because I'm like sore all the time.
Yeah, you just start straightening your arm up.
1 minute left, guys.
Now you need to beat me up, Crystal. Flare that elbow.
Do you want to play with Lizette?
Do something.
Yeah. I'll take the camera.
Okay. Where do I put the? Okay.
30 seconds.
I'll make that count.
Okay. Good work.
I believe myself.
Already dead. I died in baptism. The rigor mortis is too much. Crunch.
Time. All right, get your breath. Get your breath.
Yeah. Yeah.
You won't talk back next time.
Athletic cake. And that.
Yeah.
What's that?
You know, like it said vampire, and now I couldn't help myself.
Literally.
Krista starts wearing a mouth guard that has extra.
With the bag.
With the
All right,
fangs.
so here, let's bring everything this way. I'll teach the one side. And then you're good. All right, so Monday we talked about the two key concepts of like what precedes being able to get an armbar, right? What's the first one? Who was here?
Chest to tricep.
Just you were here.
Monday?
What was it?
Chest to tricep.
Chest to tricep. Why?
Because it pulls the arm across and then you can control them with the arm.
So yes, he's on the right track there. But most importantly, more than chest to tricep, what we're actually after is capturing
The elbow.
right? Because so that might look like chest to tricep. It also might look like my hip, right? It might look like sorry. It might look like my arm. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as when I put a fulcrum underneath the elbow that I want to break, like that's the main thing is I've got a fulcrum underneath the elbow I want to break, okay? So it can be from the side, it can be from out, it can be from side control, it can be from all kinds of places, right? Arms tend to rotate all around. You can hunt these things all around the body, 360 degrees. Okay, so elbow, all right, what was the second thing that I really need to have connection with? Where's the connection really matter?
At the shoulder.
Yeah, I need connection with the shoulder, okay? What that looks like varies, right? We can have a hip connection, and until recently I thought this was the only way, but it's not. What matters
Calf
is just
and the foot.
immobilizing the shoulder. If I want to break this, I need to immobilize the joint above it. Okay, the same thing is here. If I want to break a knee, I need to immobilize the hip. Okay, it's the same concept going on. If I want to break the shoulder, I need to immobilize the head. Okay, break the wrist, immobilize the elbow. It's always true. Okay, so here I can immobilize the shoulder or control the shoulder with my hip connection. Okay, I can do it with my chest connection. Okay, from here. It doesn't really matter as long as I make a connection. I can also do it with my leg. Okay, this is kind of some of the more new stuff I've learned. Is so much of arm bars that I've been taught in the past was all about controlling the head, but it's not just really about the head, it's really just about the shoulder. Case in point, if I put nothing over the head, but I just control the shoulder and keep it pinned to the mat, try to get up. Okay, and I'm gonna arm bar all day. Okay? And that's without, I could connect to the head and make it even worse. But the thing that matters is my connection to the shoulder and immobilizing it. Turns out if the shoulder is pinned to the mat, the head can't really go anywhere either. Right? Check that checks out, right? So this can look a whole lot of ways. It can look like my shin there. It can look like my hips. It can look like my chest. It can look like anything as long as I immobilize it. That's all that matters. Okay, so I've captured the elbow and I immobilize the shoulder. Okay, so now we're gonna play a game. We're still starting from the high head mount position. I'm gonna kind of quickly breeze through this because we did go over this Monday, and if you'd like to watch that class, we did not stream that one actually. Dang. Yeah, okay. If you want to know more, ask me. Okay. I'm happy to stay after class and like go over some more specifics. Okay. But we're gonna breeze through this a little bit, and some of y'all already know this. Okay. From this high head mount position, I really, again, same thing we're just looking to do in the last game. I really want to focus on trying to get a wrist pin. Okay. When I do this, I tend to go supinated, like I'm holding a bowl of soup, and push with the body weight instead of pushing with just my shoulder where my elbow starts separating from my trunk. This is just generally a bad idea for lots of reasons. Okay, but if my elbow stays tight and I can reinforce drive with my body weight, I'm much safer and I have a lot more efficiency here. And it's just gonna it's better in every way that I know of. Okay, once I get here, my goal is I can win the game on top if I put my chest on a tricep, okay, or if I put my chest on his back, all right, or if I put my my hips on his shoulder, if I can make a connection with my hip to his shoulder, so it can look like this. He overcommits here, chest on a tricep, okay, that would be a win, okay. Actually, I don't want to do chest on tricep. I'm sorry. Let's do just chest to back. Let's just do chest to back. So it could look like this, chest to tricep, and then I upgrade this to a chest to back. Okay. It could also look like this here. He overcommits, whatever. I put my chest, get double unders, put my chest on his chest, and I start to upgrade to S mount, connect my hip to the shoulder. Okay, so I can put my chest on the back or I can put my hips on the shoulder. Is that clear? Sorry, I modified that on the fly there. Okay, so chest to tricep is just kind of a checkpoint for this one. I want to put my chest on the back or I want to put my hips on the shoulder. Okay, all right, cool. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, man.
Chad's a little worn out.
He's a thick boy. He's a thick boy. He's a thick boy. You know I was on that. I'll take one, Jerry. All right. Oh, you.
Bottom player, you're trying to recover your guard. Sorry, I didn't mention that. You recover your guard. Get your knees back in between you and them.
I'm trying to serve that man.
Yeah, that completely changed the room when I said the bottom could get their guard back. Oh.
Yeah, so they need time for you to die. I'm giving you the freebie, right? It's on
I just want you to bring your elbows up a little higher for me because they're hard to get to when you bury them. If I choke you a little, if I just
I think he likes
do a
it.
little choking, you gotta move your arms around or else you choke. Move your arms higher. Finish it. Good job, man. Good job. Good job. Hold on.
Bring this knee up, Alethea. Slide it all the way up past her head. Just on the mat. Yep. Slide it up, slide it up, slide it up. There you go. So that's a win. Or you could take the back if you wanted to go to S mount. Okay. S mount, though, you're going to have to bring the other foot up. But that's a win in and of itself. You got your hips to the shoulder. Yeah, you could attack the arm here. Or if you wanted the back, you can. Yep, that's it. There you go. You good? We got another bleeder. 2 minutes to work, guys.
Now you've got me restrained. I can't bend all the way.
I did it on purpose.
I thought you were trying to go for a mounted triangle.
I was thinking about it.
I was like, remind me to go get my head back to the mat.
So how would you, being on the bottom? Being on the bottom, how would you? Yes, good bump, dude. I was like, I heard when they talked. I was scared. Hey, it was scary. I thought you were gonna get my arm. Like you did. Oh, it was fine.
Krista, I saw you doing. You're teaching Tai Chi coming up.
I'm doing push hands on the 21st, I think.
Cool.
Yeah. Never done it before, but I wanted to.
Yeah. Well.
All right, guys. Let's go.
Okay. I honestly thought it was kind of silly at first, like for the longest time, and then I recently I started thinking. I think it's actually extremely related to jiu-jitsu.
It is. This rootedness is really powerful. I've been using it a lot in stand-up too, to move opponents. I don't think it's probably worth a deep dive, but it's worth playing with.
Well, the thing that strikes me is jiu-jitsu is like the invisible thing happening. Is just like, I imagine this ball of momentum that's always ebbing and flowing, and you're trying to wield it. And that's how I've started thinking of jiu-jitsu lately, and I'm like, that kind of seems like Tai Chi a little bit.
Exactly.
30 seconds. Time. Your camera, sir. All right. All right. So just to drive these things home. I need an elbow if I want to break an elbow, right? When you say it out loud, it's obvious, but honestly, I don't think that was obvious to me for at least a year of jiu-jitsu. I'm the guy, that's me. I was what I called last class, I called him the week one guy. That was actually me year one. So I was really, really bad at jiu-jitsu when I started. So, okay. So it turns out if I want to break something, I need to control it. I need it, okay? And then I need something to break it over, okay? And then I really need a connection to the shoulder. I don't care how that looks. It could even look like this, okay? As long as I have something to immobilize that shoulder and I have the elbow captured, there it is right there, okay? It can look however you want it to look. That's where your creativity can come into play. I can give you ideas of how that might look, but it doesn't really matter as long as those ingredients are there, okay? And some might be better than others. You might find ones that work better for you that don't work for anybody else. Okay, that's the beauty of it. That's the art of the martial art. The art of the martial art. Okay, so now let's talk about breaking grips. Okay, so we're kind of working our way up towards the actual submission, but we've got all the ingredients. We have our connection to the shoulder. Okay, so we'll just start in this common Juji Gatame or spider web, as 10th Planet calls it. This common position where I'm just out here on the side. This is the classic armbar position you've all seen in UFC. Okay. Because no one does anything fancy and it's real sad. Okay? All right, so with this, breaking grips is all about finding or exposing or creating weaknesses in the grip they have. Because there's so many ways that he could take a grip right now to defend from me extending his arm. There's tons of ways. Okay, so first off, just on principle, when I break grips,
I want to break with my body weight and gravity. I don't want to break with my muscles and pulling, because what am I sacrificing? As I take a grip, any grip I want, and I start, even if it's a good grip, right? A good grip here would be elbow to elbow, right? This is not a very good grip, and it's actually for the same reason. But even if I get a good grip and I start pulling, what's happening right now based on the other things we know we need for the armbar?
Gaining more distance.
What's that?
Gaining more distance.
I'm losing my connection with the elbow, right? I'm actually, there's a bunch of space right here where I'm starting to lose the tricep.
Yeah.
When I start losing that can create opportunities for him. So the first thing I want to do is, once I have a connection to a tricep, we said this the other day, like once I have the connection with a tricep, I don't let it go. Like generally speaking, whether it's a, sorry, I felt something, that's a nose. Okay, all right, so once I have a connection with the tricep, generally speaking, like I don't let it go, like pretty much ever. Because even when I go to submit him, yeah, this, oh, don't get to get mine. Okay, all right, even when I go to submit it, I still have a strong connection with the tricep, okay? So generally speaking, I'm not gonna ever let that connection go, all right? So a couple things. I wanna make sure that I stay really attached to him, okay? So I can experiment with this. We did one last week where we actually move our shoulder, our hips away from the shoulder. We stay really glued with our chest and the tricep. We lean into it and sit up tall, and then we allow gravity and our body weight to do the work. We don't pull, we talk. He's the one that strains. I just talk and breathe. Something just crunched in there, you okay?
Oh yeah, it's just my old shoulders.
Okay. All right, so that's one, is my connection. Everything's gonna be from being really well connected and like rooted into him, right? I'm rooted into this connection of the tricep with my chest. Okay, I'm trying to maintain as firm a connection as I can. Okay, just practical, elbow to elbow, and if I could touch all the way in my back pocket, I would. I can't. But as deep as I can get, where I can cut my own hip, this gets me as close into it as possible and frees up my other hand to be able to post out and drive into it if I need to. I get active with this. So all this space I'm compressing, either by driving, back heeling here, sitting forward, all this stuff is just strengthening the connection I have with the tricep. That makes sense? Okay. Now, when I break grips, I want to think about breaking them with my trunk, okay, not my arms, and with gravity. So what I mean by that is we're going to look at breaking grips symmetrically with his body. So like right now, our spines are at this like perpendicular, like they're asymmetrical. When I break grips, I want to think about, generally speaking, I want to think about lining up our spines to be parallel. And everything proceeds from that connection that I have with the tricep. Okay? Lastly, so spines go more parallel when I'm trying to break, okay? Because still, I can do this, and we did this last week, and I might get it, right? Especially if I start getting my feet involved and all that good stuff, okay? But I want you to practice that way, but also practice thinking about lining up your spines so they're both pointed at the same wall, okay? So here, how might I just lay down, keeping that connection, and get my spine in alignment with his spine, okay? And if I need a little assistance, that's fine. But I didn't have to fight that hard for it. We're looking for efficiency here, okay? That's what jiu-jitsu is. All right, and lastly, read him. So where's his grip? Take any grip you want. Okay? All right, so this one is more anchored to me, right? He's like putting this counter wedge. Okay, so this one is actually gonna be a little more creative trying to break. But I'm gonna have to do something to negate his counter wedge he has here. All right, so one thing we could do, start coming out here, separating that way, okay? But again, my spine is still looking to go parallel, okay? If he, let's say he takes like more like this grip, yeah, just pick a side. Side? Feel like a game grip, yeah. All right, so I can pull all day this way, and it's gonna be really, take the other, I have to turn around the other way. Get this hand up, yeah. I could pull all day. It's gonna be really hard to pull that hand through that hand, right? Like really hard. But that's why we changed the angle to being symmetrical, because the grip is weak this way. The grip is strong this way, right? So here, he gets much weaker when I come out to the side. Okay, and this is still without, I'm literally just attached to him and I'm just falling. If I start getting other things involved, then it becomes very easy to break the grip, okay? So we're gonna play a game. You're gonna play in the spider web here, and you have 60 seconds to break the grip. Break the grip, okay, and once the grip is broken, you can do it however you want. You can bring this inside if you want, and start pushing. I want you to focus on maintaining this connection, and I want you to focus on trying to get your spines going in the same direction. Whatever you do with your hands and feet is up to you, okay? But once I've broken the grip, I'm just looking to put the forearm on my chest. I'm not looking to break his arm. I'm just looking to pledge allegiance and give his wrist a hug, okay? Make sense? All right, 1, 2, 3.
What's the person on the bottom doing?
You like that, Gary?
Probably.
Just try to maintain a grip.
Just try to maintain it.
Don't let him
Take it, yeah.
That's it.
Let him have the arm.
Just take it.
Don't let him have the arm.
I mean, you can if you want. Who am I to tell you what to do, you know?
You'll get there.
If you're shaking, you're not being efficient. Keep that in mind.
Blocking it from going breaking away. That's nice, brother. It's not a very stable position, though.
Sort of. Well, no, we'll go back to it. Make it go back.
Can I round robin with y'all? Can I? Do you mind? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
The second you start doing there, I start trying to work. And you start going out. You just don't worry about breaking the arm. Just keep it tight there. Because as you start going, you start getting space. I was just waiting for you to go down.
What's up, man? Good to see you, man.
So from there,
Hey, do you have the time? Oh, never mind. I got it. Sorry. I always put my phone in airplane mode when I stream. I'm keeping the camera off. 3 minutes to work. Yeah, just switch. Yeah. Oh.
Tricep it, pops the elbow over, and then just. Oh, yeah, it hurts so bad. Yeah. I think it was a bicep slash. You try to. It's not fun. You're like, okay, I'll lose it. So he's catching there, and then tries to bring his elbow, his leg, pushes his leg in. Elbow gets the right. I was like, I don't even know how to do this, but I don't think he's breathing. That's not true. I'll get back. Sorry. Screw him. Suffocate him.
Because you're like, eventually I'm going to crush my muscles down and more start breaking the forearm.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's not fun. Hey, ready?
I guess with me too, like trying to figure out 1, 2, 3.
Do this. Be very calm.
What are you working? You mind?
Come on, big guy. Oh, me to be the guy. You ready?
Nothing I do is the best. You're right, so ambulance.
Gotta get that foot. Oh.
You got it.
Try it again.
You want to try it on the other side?
When did you start doing yoga, man?
That's so cool.
This guy used to have like one of the most limited hips. Now he's like a twister.
Awesome.
15 seconds, guys.
He does that one.
Of course.
Make it more like you're going straight back.
Time. Up there. I feel like when I'm there, I'm just pulling on your elbow, and I'm
Does
not
anyone
pulling
have
at
like
the top.
Did anyone struggle with kind of like a pattern of the same thing over and over that you identified? Yeah, was it?
What do I like a grip for like higher up? Because when you were doing a grip for with your hand higher up, what was that grip? Because I was just I just saw the elbow. Yeah, show us.
I didn't. It's just like when I'm here, I was just doing this. Like, how do I grip with the wrist? Which way? Like, what do I do? How do I grip up here? Because I feel like if I'm going here, I don't have any force up here to like do that. Does that really matter?
I feel like I don't have any force to pull it up
Yeah,
there.
this way, I'll take the one side, if you don't mind. So, one, just practically speaking, one, like I was mentioning, a good grip is going elbow to elbow here, because when I'm shallow, I'm creating a lot of space or potential for space for movement of the tricep, movement of the elbow. When I go elbow to elbow, it really solidifies that connection with my chest and the tricep. So as, when he moves, even you see me, I'm moving. Okay, and I take my hand through, and I'm really putting it all, my palm all the way to my hip socket. I would go all the way to my back pocket if possible, but I don't have those long arms like you. You might be able to go all the way to the back pocket. So all the way. Okay, and then from here, what I do with this hand is less important. The important thing is the connection here. So this is where there's room for some art. Okay, so you can come into here, and I do like this one. Okay,
I remember you to do that.
or to here. I'm just looking for
this one.
looking for wedges, fulcrums, so that I can use leverage. That's all. That's all I'm looking to do.
I remember you doing the hand.
But it doesn't have to be that, like, right? Like if he's strong that way, I can just make that grip weaker and bring the elbow in. This is not as important. This is where the art lies. More of the martial is this side.
More of the martial.
Okay, this is a nice control, like fundamental, is because this reinforces the connection I have. This elbow to elbow connection. What I do here, not as important, but what is important is that I find levers, I create levers, and I create symmetry or parallel with our spines, right? Here. That's where those grips break much easier without me having to work so hard for it. That makes sense? All right, hey, let's play one more round. I want you to focus on that, okay? Let's go 3 more minutes, all right? Let's go.
Good job.
Higher. I need some more seat. Some more plankton.
My foot's not even touching the ground.
Said I'm fat over here.
You got the heavyweight, bro. You look good, Alex. What you been doing?
Working out.
Just working out?
That's it.
You look
I got like
beefy.
240 something. I'm back down to 225, so that's helpful.
You look scary.
I look scared.
Yeah.
I swear I'm a nice guy.
Yeah. That's it. That's a win. That's a win. That's a win.
You're being so tender with it.
The death rattles.
You have all the time in the world.
I like that.
I do sometimes when I'm trying to break the grip. For control, I like that other one, the one closer to the shoulder, because it connects my chest more, if that makes sense. I feel that helps me connect my chest better. Yeah, but when I go to actually break the grip, a lot of times I will swim elbow to wrist here, and then I'll bring the other one out and reinforce. No, I'll actually go elbow to or palm to hip on the other one, like with your left hand to your hip, and then I'll swim elbow to wrist on the right hand and then cut my head. Does that make sense? Like elbow through the wrist. Yeah, and then cut telephone. Yeah, I'll go like that. You can play with it however you want, but that's. But yeah. 1 minute to work.
So you can gripping. Yeah, like you just got to rip.
Each grip like this, same thing.
I didn't realize that until he's got I'm playing stuff. I'm getting weird with
I'm
that.
watching you walk around there like, what's going on?
When you find yourself shaking, try to change the angles. Try to do something different. Get your foot involved. Get your leg involved. Throw it over. "15 seconds. Time.
No, I mean, you're like Aisha. I mean, I think the thing is part of it is like you just, once you lay, you can just lay there. Eventually.
All right, guys, so we've talked a lot about elbow, we talked a lot about connection with the shoulder, okay? We just talked about some grip breaks, okay? We'll keep playing these games for the rest of the week, right? So the idea of breaking grips symmetrically with our spines, okay? Reading them, breaking grips with gravity and our posture, our body weight, our trunk, not our hands and our muscles, okay? If you find yourself shaking in one of these, just experiment with changing the angle and doing something different, okay? Because if this isn't working, that means if I'm having a shake, that means he's really strong that way, right? So what if I start changing the angles and make where he's weaker, okay? Pursue not shaking, pursue relaxation, okay? Pursue laziness.
R&R.
Be disciplined to pursue laziness, okay? All right, so last thing I want to cover tonight, like the big two things I want you to take away tonight is some ideas on grip breaks. And then the other thing is when we actually start looking at the finish, we talked about this a little bit last week, but I want to go deeper on this. Remember, we need an elbow, right? We need a fulcrum, something to take that lever, and break it over, okay? We need something to stabilize or immobilize the other end of that lever so that we break here, okay? But I really like to think of jiu-jitsu in terms of levers and fulcrums and wedges. I think like that's the most basic way of understanding it that serves you at all levels of jiu-jitsu. And the last like term, I guess, that I kind of want to introduce you to, that you might, or some of you might know this already, if you're nerdy like me. But this idea of force vector, okay? And a vector, right, is just a line, okay? So the idea is if I want to break this thing over a fulcrum, I'm going to apply force in a direction, or a vector, okay? A direction. So right now the direction of force is right there, right? Right there. When I want to break an elbow, I want the thumb pointed directly away, the exact opposite direction of where I'm putting the force. Okay, so, and I want to put the force right over the fulcrum. What I mean by that, the thumb always, unless God made you real special, is always opposite the elbow. Okay, so just it's kind of a compass for you. Okay, is the thumb is always opposite the elbow. Is that gonna get me demonetized?
I would throw money at you.
It was just like a sincere comment, but anyway, like almost everyone I've ever seen who has an arm, the thumb opposes the elbow. Okay. So if I want to break the elbow, if the elbow is the thing I want to break, that's the thing I want to put over the fulcrum, right? My hip. Then I need the thumb pointed exactly away. And then I want to apply force across the fulcrum, okay? What I mean is if the thumb is turned away from the fulcrum, it's not pointed directly away from the fulcrum, then like nothing happens because the elbow is not there. So it's just a compass. Like think if I'm over explaining this, all you really need to remember, the thumb's a compass to find the elbow, right? And so this helps me know where I need to apply. So my thigh is big, right? I've got this long thigh here. I could break him in all kinds of ways. The important thing is wherever I'm going to press into, like that vector, that I'm going to apply force, that direction, I want to make sure that I've got something on the other side of that elbow and the thumb's pointed directly away from it, okay? Lastly, you immobilize the shoulder, and that's where you get your taps, okay? It doesn't have to look like any certain way. It can, I mean, it could, in theory, be kind of hard to do, but in theory, it can look like this. Okay, I'm immobilizing the shoulder. I've got the elbow line, right? I'm going to apply force directly away from the thumb, where the thumb is looking right away from the fulcrum, right? So I'm going to break it right over this hip here. Right? Actually, we kind of drifted down, came down a little bit, but the point is, it doesn't matter what it looks like. I'm trying to get us to not think so much about like it has to look a certain way, but just like what fundamentally has to be there for us to have the armbar. What has to be there is an elbow line, a connection to the shoulder, a fulcrum that the thumb is pointed directly away from, and then force. That's it. And 4 things. Okay, to drastically simplify it. Now, to put that even more concretely, I can be on the side, or I could, like we saw earlier, I could even be on top. Immobilize the shoulder, create a fulcrum, capture the elbow, and then apply force. The thumb is directly away from the fulcrum. If he were to put his thumb up right now, right? Here, I got it. Right there, right? It's directly away from the fulcrum. If it's here, that means I'm not ready. That means this is wasted effort. Okay? So this is what's going to separate you from the higher level people, right? Is no one's going to waste the effort. A good player is not going to waste the effort trying to lift an armbar because it's not there. They're going to work to turn that thumb up so that now I know the elbow is right over the fulcrum, and then the force is going to go right there over the fulcrum, straight down over it. Okay, so I want to take wherever the thumb is pointed, I want to take the force that way, directly away from it, because that's where the elbow is. As long as I got something there and I'm immobilizing the shoulder, I'm going to get a tap. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's play one more game. You're going to start in mount or spider whip, up to you. You have to get an armbar. Bottom person is just trying to just either re-guard or disconnect, like get their arm out of danger. You know when you're out. All right. Any questions on that? All right. Tap early, tap often. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap as soon as you get it. Spider. Like, I don't. Yeah. I'm done. Yeah. It might be verbally.
What's my spider?
Spider web? It's just when you're on the standard armbar position from the side. All right, guys, last game. Last game. Last game and we'll roll.
Oh, we started. Okay, I'm ready.
Keep hunting the armbar until the bottom player is re-guarded. Think about elbow, shoulder, fulcrum, and thumb. Y'all good. I'm going to get between y'all.
Jump, yes. I keep riding because I feel the danger at my feet. Little toesies are in danger.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
This is like, what's what happens when you just open them up? And higher up on the We're very close. Yes, baby. Hit my nose. Do you want to try this? Spider web thing for this hard to get my ears. That was the right idea. My elbows aren't down. Yeah, that's the armbar. You actually start up now. So, second I get here, I do turn. You just, I don't know. There's a reset. Alright, ready? Get to that shoulder. Ready? Follow JC's instruction. Ready?
Are you doing something?
I'm going. I've been going. I'm losing it. I never there. It's hard to get. I'm not really making it easy for you either. All right. I don't know, I'm flexible. That is true.
Switch if you have not switched.
That's fun. Very great. That's hard to get in. I have this. That's good. Just make me work for it.
Pursue laziness, Chad.
There we go. That's way easier to clear that.
We're going to start calling it effective laziness. Can I work in? Who just went? Who was on the bottom?
I was.
Who's on the bottom?
There you go, good. That's not my beard, but we'll allow it. Okay, now, I'll pull up this one. This is what you want. And then for this one. Good. This is what you know, take the shirt off the top. These, there, wherever. Wow. What a gift. No. That's good.
Move your chest. Number one thing. Keep moving your chest. And also,
Oh.
not so much to break everything, but keep it tight. And fresh. Tricky is you guys try weird stuff with the upper butts because the normal stuff is not.
30 seconds.
Who's got the camera? Who's got the camera? There you go.
Well, you're sharpening the armbar, okay?
I was doing the transition amount.
Yeah, I usually do that too. I transition from the armbar to mount because I lose the armbar.
When you said it, I was like, you know, he's right. I'm gonna style on him. I'm gonna go to mount. I needed more time to work, you know.
You're moving to the grandpa phase.
All right, time. Let's, just a reminder, we have open mat 10 to 12 Saturday, so please come, bring your friends. Open mat is free for anyone from any other gym. We're gonna get some matches in. Grapple Nights 3 announcements are coming up. MSGF announcements are coming up. If you have any questions about any of that, let me know. And then lastly, our pricing and schedule are changing in January. If you're already a member here, your pricing is not going to change for 2026. But anyone else who signs up is going to have to pay more starting in January. So if you got friends who've been thinking about it, make sure they know to come sign up now this month before January. Any questions about anything we did tonight? I appreciate y'all. Let's get some rolls in.